Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. It is December already, and oh boy, we got lots of things to talk about. And I did say a few things we went on the record like for the past few streams and whatnot. And as promised, this month onwards, we're gonna re-evaluate the stream health. We want to re-evaluate the game dev, not re-evaluate, sorry, post-mortem of the game dev. The game dev now has been published, all right, and now has entered, I would say, not say support mode. What do you call this? Because technically the game is not done as in we want to talk about it. Okay, yeah. So there are a few things that we want to talk, and I can only no. What I need to do actually is we're gonna put lots of notes on the Discord channel. Yes, on the game dev. No, not game. No, game dev. Yes, for game dev stuff, but for announcement. All right, we're gonna go through one by one, and that's it. All right, and I did say something about streaming for the next year. That's right. I think we will continue. It is right now at a more of a solid confirmation that I will continue to stream, but we want to know what are we streaming. That's the one that we want to talk about. One of the things that I did say previously, I really want to continue my game dev. I want to continue to run not run my collection, but to continue my collection, right? So I need to put as much as I can effort, and that's the question: is the juice worth squeezing? Yeah, and it's gonna be something that we need to plan out, and we're gonna write down whatever that comes into mind, and then I slowly just rearrange a few things and then double check if I can do or not, and that's it. Okay, that's it. And also we want to also kind of not say finalize, kind of continue like, okay, do we want to continue streaming brawlers and so on. All right, simple as that. So let's kickstart with welcome to the stream. It is now December, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about which one I want to pick first. Let's start off with the game. Okay, this is mainly the what do you call this? What am I planning on how no. What am I plan? No, it's not planning. It's basically the immediate things. Like right now I don't really need to write scripts anymore. So no more I'm not saying no more programming. For this final month, I want to focus primarily on the visual side of things. That means I have to put more effort on 3D modeling and stuff. And yeah, so those are the things we want to go ahead and talk about. And at the same time, we want to take a look at some of the games that I've made, that I've tried to do on stream. And I think that's mainly for that. What I have done, and is it still working? And today will be just only that. Next part is, do we have any news for today? Unfortunately, we don't have any juicy news. So that's one thing. And yeah, I cannot fetch any nicer news other than some of the game out. Okay, this part is interesting because there are a lot of game news. Okay, for example, we have Fortnite, we have Fallout 76, which currently I'm playing. We have where a lot, right? Where Winds Meet. That's also another cool game. And there are a few things I want to copy. No, I won't say copy, but copy. I cannot use the word copy because it's technically not a blatant copy. There's also some news out there that are, people are copying fan works and then they never credited them and whatnot. So there are lots of other stuff going on in the gaming, the entertainment sphere. So it is, yeah, technically it's not say there's no news, but is it newsworthy? That's the question. Yep. So there we go. Just to set up a preface or whatnot, all right? But so mainly we're gonna talk about the game that I have made, and predominantly we want to take a look at some of the older ideas that I have made so far. Yup. And of course, we have some outstanding, okay, I won't call it an outstanding note, but we have some outstanding notes for my game. For example, I failed to actually model an airship because I found out it's way too hard for me. I just don't know where to begin on how to model the ship. Do I want to do it high quality, or do I want to do a little bit more simpler? And the design kind of like stuck in between, and this is one interesting thing, because you have seen my robot at the moment, okay? And I want to show something that I've done over the weekend. That's right, I've spent a little bit time over the weekend just to get a few things up and running. And they take some time. I actually did not, not say measure, I did not check how long did I take to model some of the stuff. Some of the stuff looks easy, and actually it is easy in a way, but slightly a little bit tedious, and I forgot to check. Yeah, but one thing for sure, okay, is that the idea did not just, all right, not say the idea, the design did not just sprung out in my mind like immediately, like, okay, I want to do something today. Poop, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. No, this is one thing that have been in the back of my mind for the past, I think, one full month for one of the things that I want to make, and that is the seasonal reward for season 2. That's right. Okay, so before we go to that part, I just want to check when did I receive the request or the reference, because that is very, very important. And the season 2 winner is Nemo. So Nemo already gave me some things to kind of work on it, and I did tell Nemo that I had to take some time to make it, and unfortunately, excuse, I did not have time to model. Okay, I did have some doodling design and whatnot. I just don't have the what you call this the time to model. Yeah. So Nemo asked me to model a club. All right, and finally I got it. So I finally finished the modeling. However, it lacks a little bit. So even though I did finish it, but it just lacked something, okay? So I just probably want to figure out what I want to do, and probably I need Nemo's input as well, like extra, right? So the club, or rather every seasonal winner will get a one-of-one exclusive from me, and it's going to be a very unique item on top of the base item. So Nemo requested a club, and that was on the 15th of October. And now it's December. So I took 1 month and 15 days. Truth to be told, I did not take 1 month and 15 days to model. I took the weekend to model. Probably 1 to 2 hours. And that's how fast it goes. Yeah, that's not how fast. That's how fast I decided to model. And if I were to show you the item right now, it does not feel like a 1 to 2 hours. That's for sure. It feels something like you can do up on the spot, say 30 minutes. It feels like 30 minutes, but like I said, I did not check how long did I take to model, because I was in the zone. The moment I had the design in my mind, I play around, doodle a little bit, all right, and I'm gonna show you a little bit of the process tonight as well. And because we want to get some stuff up and running, and we want to plot a few things next year, we want to design a few things. So this whole month is mainly visual modeling and whatnot. And sadly, I could not model live. So that's one small problem I need to fix, or find a way to fix it. But that's not the main, not the priority. And talking about streaming, on stream, I need to put a new counter. I need to put my kick goal milestone, and I need to put my Twitch like milestone as well. We want to hit not say as much subscribers as I can, but we want to have a counter. And if we hit a counter, probably I want to do something a little bit more than usual. Okay, And that's it. So out of this whole year, I'm going to say this straight. Without, okay, so obviously I want to spend most of my time on the game dev stuff, but I also like to do something unique. But that unique part, basically modeling some stuff for the collection and whatnot. And oh boy, it really tests me for this whole entire year. Truth to be told, okay, because previously it was a little bit easy, like I just need to model. I have spare time, just model. But this round, no spare time, go into game dev, make sure everything is working, and then after that figure out if the gameplay is not say suitable, but can not say suitable, what's the other word, does it make sense? And then obviously the time constraint, a self-imposed time constraint. For example, because on the weekend I put like a few hours here and there, do I want to put in the same hours or continue the 1 hour gap dev time on during Tuesday and Thursday? So sometimes there is like give and take, give or take. I would say give and take. Okay, so sometimes here I put an extra hour on the game dev for Saturday and Sunday, and then I can be a little bit more relaxed on the stream day, but that does not work. I'm gonna say this does not work because there are some things I am excited to do and I want to do, so more time is spent. That's it. Yeah, that's what I want to say. Okay, small little pin on that for now because we want to talk about tonight's game, as in Brawlers. So the question is, tonight is Tuesday night. Will we get anyone for Brawlers? If the answer is no, then I think we have made a clear case and point that I've been talking for the past 2 to 3 days. Not say 2 to 3, 2 to 3 streams ago or episodes. All right. And I did say that Brawlers have now officially, it was some time ago anyway, but for now I'm going to say has officially became a community only session, not game session. That means if there is no community tournaments, event and whatnot, this is going to be a cold day or cold session. That is the state of the game, and it is a natural cycle for most, if not every game out there. Once the hype dies down, then you see a pool of people that are fans and people who enjoy the game, and then after that, when the game is complete, like you complete the game in every possible way, there is nothing else. And that is the state of games in a nutshell. Not for the IP, not for anything. In fact, my game, all right, once you know how to play everything, in fact, my game is so short that probably you can, I'm not saying you can, you probably need to take only like what? Probably half a day just to enjoy the full entirety. In fact, not even half a day, probably an hour or two. And then once that is done, it is consumed, done. That's it. And we want to talk more about this not today. I need to save this for the next time we stream because it is a interesting topic, and it is a, not to say a problem, but it is a how do I call it, a challenge to keep the community engaged, and that's where the live service comes in. And yeah, that's it. That's the key thing. Okay, so with that out of the way, now let's get back into our game. So let's see. Let's start off with before this game, because I did create some smaller games in general, and we want to go and take a look what went wrong, or what can I, and not say what went wrong. No, because everything can go wrong. The question is, it's not about what went wrong, it's about why it did not capture the attention and my expectation. Because I have some expectation and it kind of falls flat on that, and I'm not saying blaming, but we need to understand a few things. Partially Some of those I kind of foresee a little bit, and why I still continue. Same goes with many things like, do I still continue? Not before we start that part. Do I stop supporting Abe's Island Adventure? The answer is no. I will still continue to improve slowly. Basically, it's kind of like a pseudo live service game, so it is gonna work alongside with my collection, and that's the best way to do so, right? It's gonna work alongside, and that's the best outcome, which I will explain a little bit more once we go through this first session. And that is how did I not say how did I end up with this game, but what have I done previously, and what have I done for this game in general. So it's kind of a post-mortem. Truth to be told, it's kind of a small little post-mortem for this game and channel slightly. Okay, anyway, too many random points and too many derailment on the side. All right, let's start off with the most important thing, and that is, where did I start this whole entire thing? So I think I gave some history lessons throughout some of the previous episode and stream, and some of them is going to be a repeat, and it's going to be very straightforward. So it's all started with Twitch chat. So I created Twitch chat, and not say created Twitch chat. I managed to implement the Twitch chat system to Unity. Took quite a while to get it done. That was, I think, last year. When did I do last year? You know what? I want to dig up the date. There is a date somewhere. I want to see when did I create this the first script. So it's under streaming, under Twitch. No, wrong one. Under Twitch. Actually, I can check this this project's what do you call this? When did I create this project? Because it all started from there. And previously I did something like I did. Okay, you know what? Let's go way back. way back. All right, so it all started with obviously my collection. Okay, that's where we will start off. And I decided to do 3D. All right, this has been told, and the reason why I take 3D is because I wanted to at least kind of future-proof in a way, and I want to what's the word? Not future-proof. What is the word? No, technically it's partially future-proof, but I want it to be expandable. Yes, scalable. Basically, I can expand, scale, and branch onto many things. And one of the biggest reason is I want to use it. I have a plan to make a game back then, like back then. And I was thinking, like, okay, you know what? Before I can make a game, I need to learn a few things, understand a few what do you call this, pipeline designing language. No, not designing language, basically design has to do with design, the design process, that's the word. So I've decided to do 3D, and another reason why I do 3D, not for the game part, is that everyone is doing 2D. 2D is boring. Boring as in a lot of 2Ds are, okay, you know what, I have to eat back my words. It's not boring. It's a lot of people are doing 2D. I don't want to do 2D for that reason. Okay, saturated. I think that's a word, not boring. I'll eat my words. However, with that being said, a lot of 2D art outside there right now. There are some, no, I cannot use the word out there. 2D on the projects, on the Web3 project side, or Web3 space in general. A lot of them are, I wouldn't say lack in quality, but it does not have, you know what, I can't even say that, because every time I want to say lack in quality, then when I look at my stuff is also not that high quality, so no. And I suck at 2D art, so I draw even worse. However, there are some projects out there like, what is this? I can easily do that, okay? And yeah, and I'm basically not say disappointed, but if they can just doodle and sell, I want int. I want to join in. I want to cut off the pie. Okay, so that is straightforward, right? And so I started off with Twitch chat bot Unity integration. And a lot of people say the rest is history, right? It's like, no, no. So from there, okay, I managed to get one or two simple games in. One of them is rock, paper, scissors. And before the rock, paper, scissors, I did manage to make a kinda a pseudo brawl for all. I did manage to do a brawl for all, okay? It's that's why I want to tackle the brawl for all, because it feels that something I can do it. And I'm gonna put a small little tease for you guys, and that's what I'm gonna do next year. We're gonna do my interpretation of brawl for all. And ever since then I okay, not the brawl for all part, right? Ever since I got my first Twitch script out and everything, I'm like, okay, cool, let's do rock, paper, scissors. Let's do a very simple brawl for all in text form. And we immediately hit roadblock number 1. And it's the same problem with, not say brawlers, with unfortunately my Twitch audience. I don't have the quantity to support that type of game. I do have the quality of viewers back then, and now, you know what? Not to say I'm whining, okay? This is just an observation, and it's the even if I have the quality, but I needed the quantity. The game that I was making, that I had in mind, requires quantity. Yeah, it's just not about quality. And when I meant my quality streamers, means streamers that sticks around, you know, very active, right? Interact back and forth, which is great. And then as of late, I'm gonna blame myself as well, because there is nothing much to interact other than brawlers, which I want to pivot away from, because I want to talk more stuff. And at the end of the day, I think the answer for all my problems at the moment, okay, it's two answers. Number one, I need to switch up content to make it more interesting. And then number two, very straightforward, I need more people. So it all goes back and forth, right? How do I get more people? I need better content. And then how do I do better content? I need people as well. So content means game, okay? So very, not saying annoyed, but unfortunately that's the situation that I have, right? And it's a shame for me, and not really a big no, it's a shame for me. I'll eat that word. No, it's not a shame for me. It was a shame in that specific situation. Then that's correct. All right. So mainly it's a me problem. Nah, not say it's a me problem. I don't beat myself down too much, okay? Me problem. No, it's content. Me content. All right. But I still continue the grind. The whole idea is to continue the grind, whereby I will say this. I do understand. Again, I will repeat this again and again. There are some Web3 projects out there that they closed down, right? They decided to turn it off. And one of the biggest reason is they are not getting the reception, some people call it the daily user acquisition and all those stuff. I was like, you know what? I will not be slave to those words, right? KPI, daily acquisition, daily user acquisition, all those things. No. All right. So at the end of the day, I decided to try to make, the reason why I want to pivot away from PvP in general to PvE, we'll still do some PvP, but we want to pivot away and then just focus pure PvE. That's the reason how, not say that's the reason. That's how my game came to be. There is no PvP mode. It is pure single player. And that's it. Yeah, all started with a simple Twitch game. In fact, I did a few Twitch games. Not say Twitch game. I did a few small little mini game for my Twitch using Twitch chat. Fantastic. I love it. I love the system right now that kind of have a little bit, and I'm excited because I have so many random ideas that I want to implement. And unfortunately, I don't have the skills to pay the bills. If not, this channel. And sometimes I keep going back and forth. What am I gonna do with this channel, right? No, I already made a decision. I already made a decision. I already made a commitment. Whenever there's one viewer, I will continue to stream. Now, obviously, one viewer means one live viewers. The question is, do I get one live viewers? Or one live viewer every time I stream? That is a good question because you know what? I'm gonna leave this for no. We'll touch a little bit and then I'm gonna leave this for another day because if I were to check my recent broadcast under Twitch, I do get more than one view. I got like, for example, last week I have 7 views for on Thursday, 5 views on Tuesday. Last 2 weeks I have 11 views. That's actually not bad. Like that's more than one view that I'm aiming for. So, you know what? Requirement fulfilled in that case. So I'll take it. I'll take it. And so yeah, I did say, and as promised, one view, a minimum one view, and I will continue. All right. So now the next question is, will I want to continue this requirement for the next stream? That's where we're gonna talk about. Not today. Not today. Today is strictly only for games, so we can keep the topic more focused, so I don't derail too much. All right. So that's one. And before the Twitch game, also another fun fact. Before the Twitch game, I did want to make, I did make build a story kind of thing. And guess what? I managed to implement the second iteration of it, which is in the story milestone department for you using the Twitch chat game. Yes. All right. So before we go to that part, just one small little thing. So once we got the Twitch chat game kind of worked out, ironed out as much as I can, got all the necessary items that I can put on stream, everything works out pretty well, pretty fine, love it. All right. One of the first thing of the mini game is I managed to have a Twitch avatar that has expression. I'm gonna type something right now for you guys. All right. If I'm gonna type GG, yeah, look at that. Expression over there. And I think this guy really needs an overhaul right now. Ta-da! I'm very excited with that, okay? And these are one of small little things that I want to continue to do. The problem is that there we go, Yahoo. The problem is I can no, I can. Yeah, no, not an excuse. However, I need to find a better way to implement this part. So before we so what I'm gonna say is this: the Twitch chat bot thingy game is gonna go through a complete overhaul another time, right? There will be another iteration for it, and I want to clean up. No. The next iteration is gonna rely heavily with the single player game. That's right. That means I will incorporate the Twitch chat game and the single player so it works alongside by side without too much modification. And I think that's the reason why some of the not say one of the games, like this year's what you got, this Twitch game, it's yes, if you compare this to my single player game, it feels a little bit lackluster. It feels outdated, air quote. All right, so we want to change that. We want to change this to a bit more in line that I can that a single player can utilize, which means yeah, it's gonna be a parallel development. So I'm gonna wait for halftime because I'm gonna start doodling some stuff and then we're gonna work how can I transfer one of the game mode. So basically, yeah, the overhaul. All right. So the first round, let's see, we have our Twitch mini game, which is technically a text brawl for all version. And then we have the first raid. So basically I switch from text to visual. and this is the one that you're seeing on screen right now. That I think this is the second 2.5 version 2.5 in a way. Yeah, and I'm a bit lazy, want to dig up my past games. Oh, okay. Before we do that, I want to show one thing. Local score. No, scoreboard. No. Look. No. Okay, showing leaderboard. Okay, cool. So that's the leaderboard. There we go. This is what did I type? High score. So this is high score. So there we go. We got a few small little thing, and that is kind of a small thing. Mini game. I kind of forget some of the what do you call this? Let's play a game. Yeah, and then random. Who will be the lucky winner? Join. Oh, so we want to incorporate some of the small little mini game. All right, joins and then draw. Cannot start game. All right. So it's still work. Just that. So some of the things I've put inside there. So we have a lucky random draw, lucky winner. We have so there's two modes right now. Two mini games that I built. One is random, right? You just choose one randomly. Another one, it draws out three different winners, right? So we have that. And then I've implemented a high score leaderboard. That means it will show the top three. For now, it's top three. I probably want to expand that a little bit more to maybe top 10. That's usually the basic top 10 on the leaderboard. Maybe, oh no, you know what? Probably I should change it into a way that is infinite. Yeah, it just, instead of infinite, for me, if I would type that command, it would just show top 10 or top 5, and then you can search your rank. Yeah, you know what, that can be done. All right, so we probably can do a small little game dev live on the site when we are out, when I've out of content. I predict one of these streams in between December, I'll run out of content, and we can do a little bit of game dev, preparing for next year. Sweet. Okay, so from there, then we have the first first visual representation of that. And then of course, this is the second 2.5, right? Second iteration, but it went through a few. Oh no, it's actually technically it's 3, but the reason why I say 2.5 because there's another mode called the adventure mode. Basically, is a back system whereby you go on adventure not say off stream. You go on an adventure, but it's kind of a text base, and then for every minute or every duration you spend in the chat, or rather during the stream. So usually I encourage people to like check in a bit early and do all this stuff, and you automatically will get points according to your participation. And unfortunately, that is also a dud. The reason why I say a dud, because it heavily relies on user activity. So the more you're active, the more you get to score points and whatnot. So I decided to scrap that, and here comes version 3, which is exactly what you're seeing right now. So if I go for an adventure, so the moment I type event, oh yeah, okay, you know what? Let me close the game because I didn't have a command that cancels the game, and I need to relaunch. So because of that, no, so because a lot of my games right now heavily relies on active participation, it's something that I have not say discovered. It's something. All right, adventure. Ta-da! There we go. It is something that it's heavily reliant on Twitch chat activity. Yeah, if the activity is not there, then the whole thing will break. So I want to tackle this again. It's going to be an ongoing process. This is going to be my live service whenever I stream, and I want to use this as much as I can. Also, there's another problem whereby when I went into active game development, I keep forgetting to turn on this mini game, number one. Number two, it's what do you call this? I have to turn off the game in order to continue my game dev. So it is it's a double whammy. No, not double whammy. It's a double roadblock. Basically, it destroys. No, not say destroy. I want to use the correct word. Okay, bear with me a little bit. If I cannot figure it in 1 or 2 minutes, I'll give up. It destroys. No, it messes up the schedule. Can I use the word scheduling? It messes up the viewers. It's not. It doesn't mess up me. It messes up the viewers because some of late, like for example, some people will come in like towards the end of the stream, and then when they will type some of the comments like, "Hey, why this game is not working?" Then because I stopped the game in order to do my game dev. And that severely, it severely handicap and break the experience for playing the game on Twitch on my channel. So that is one huge problem. Yep. So that is one thing that I've learned so far, is that the active game dev really breaks the I won't say that, no, it breaks, yeah, it just breaks. So that's bad. That's bad. That's very bad. So we want to change that a little bit, and then we want to go through the whole entire new iteration. And as you can see, the game is not robust enough. It's not smooth enough, and that also kinda break the main combat system of the game. Yep, that means I'm going to go through another iteration for all this AI stuff. And it's painful. It's really painful. So, yeah. So, in fact, all the animation and whatnot is all breaking apart. Like, the more I see it, the more it's like, you know what? I'm not happy. I'm not happy. So, next year, we will officially move forward with a few things as well. And if you realize, there are some small little bugs here and there for the game. Not a big fan of it. Really not a big fan of it. Yeah, you can see the face expression, color change. Everything breaks, and I don't like it. Luckily, our single player wasn't that bad. Although our single player game, also the combat side of things, it was good in my opinion, as in what I wanted to implement, but it also lacks on it lacks on something, and this is the part where I cannot pinpoint. No, not say cannot pinpoint. I could not express what is lacking. Call it an artist impression, artist roadblock, or whatever you want to put it with it. It's like it feels something wrong, but you could not tell what's wrong. And at the same time, unfortunately, the way on how I wrote the script, yeah, it just doesn't really work. Okay, doesn't really work out. All right, so finally managed to defeat the boss, got some story milestone, and here comes the second implementation of the build a story. So I've managed to iron out the build a story to a point where it requires user participation, and this is the one that I'm gonna say it straight up. For this, it must be reliant on the participation of you. Either you're the viewer, collector, and whatnot. It has to be. There is no other way, because it cannot be. I can't not say I don't want to influence it. I want it to be something that is decided using by community. And guess what? I want to make a like a short comic book, or a short movie. No, short film, episodic. I want to make an episodic thing, and this really is heavily reliant on the story milestone, because we want to branch out like literally different actions. And at the same time, it's also a small practice, another grind for me to write better story. And this is because when I rely on AI, but there is one project that I heavily want to use AI, not rely, okay? I literally say AI, generative AI is part of the requirement to use to build a story. And guess what? It failed because halfway I lost interest of the story. The story that was generated is like, that's it. Okay, boring. Yeah, it is that. So that's one thing that I say, yes, okay. There are some interesting stories that was generated. I am actually kinda want to use the story, so I'm gonna treat and not say treat AI. So that's why I want to treat AI as a tool rather than a main focus of whatever things that I want to do. With that being said, next year, will I use AI? The answer is it's gonna be a little bit hard for me, but I'm gonna put it this way: I am not gonna shy away from AI, as in AI as in generative AI. However, I would try my very best to do everything. Like for example, I will not literally copy paste, right? Word for word, image to image, like everything that I do is it's hand modeled, right? So if let's say I would, and this time that there are a few kind of good like 3D model generator or whatnot, but mainly character generators, right? So there are some character generators out there. I like, okay, you know what? I could try to use this in a way, but I'm not gonna copy as in like cut and paste. The correct word is I'm not gonna cut and paste. I'm gonna use it as reference. So some of the design as well, like I did say, some of this type of design is actually a very simple thing where I just go on Google search and then search all the images, and then I just take a bit pieces here and there and create an item or a character. So in a way, like all these characters that you see, it might be familiar because of many things. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to say. So next year, I won't say I will not use AI, but I will also say I will use AI as in a focus point. So that is that. And with that, I want to go through the game that I've made, and we want to go through some of the small little problems that I have, and we want to do a few little checks. All right, so we're gonna go for the. So yeah, so all this long story and whatnot, next year we will continue game dev. That's a 100%. This today is the announcement. I will officially continue the game dev. Yes, yes, sir. And I think that's the best course of action because, like I said, if Brawlers is gonna be just on Thursday or whatever day the community sets, the rest of the days that's all I can do. And I want to continue. I want to continue to build my collection. I will. Okay, I cannot say I will not give up, but at what point do you give up, right? At what point do I give that will be the ending topic. First, we want to go through some of the small little things. So, out of all the builds, this is the one that I'm most happy with, right? Got everything nice and great. So, there's a, yeah, and then we want to draw a, not say a fine line, but we want to kind of get a fine line on things that, not things to come, things, hold on a sec. Beep, yeah. All right, currently it's on this, really? Like that? Okay, fine. Not gonna attempt too much. Can I do Full HD? Yes, Full HD. But does Full HD breaks? Oh no, it doesn't really break. Doesn't really break. Okay, cool. So everything is good. I love it. Right? Everything is there. This title looks good. This part looks a little bit empty, so maybe I'm gonna copy some clouds and put here. This guy really needs an airship because one of the things I promised to build in a way, I need an airship. So I'm gonna spend the whole entire month making sure that airship comes to life. And haha, that would be the drop for December. Okay, I already got everything all planned out. The worst offender out of this is this part, right? The loading to the next map. Oh my goodness, like why did it take so long? And this is so barren. Oh my goodness, it's very, very barren. So I need to spice up this island in a way. Okay, but that's not the main problem. The main problem wasn't that. The main problem is this part, right? The combat. I'm gonna load the combat itself because right now the lighting is kind of all messed up and I don't know how to fix it. So that's the reason why I say I don't have the skills to pay the bills. I don't know where to fix and I don't know. Yeah. So this part not a big fan out of it. So I need to fix this part and there we go. Simple as that. So that is one thing I need to fix. I will try my best to fix. Maybe I could not fix because of the script that I'm using. Maybe, no, not maybe. I definitely need to do a whole entire rewrite. Like I need to scrap a lot of things, rewrite a lot of things, and that basically comes to the most important question. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Something that I've been talking a lot for brawlers as well, like, oh, you know, something has broken. No, that's not good, that's not great. Okay, now, there are two things that I want to talk about. Number one, it needs to be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to this thing. If the bugs are consistent, which means it's a very obvious bug, the first question I want to ask is it game breaking? If it's not game breaking and if it's consistent, okay, you know what? We kind of need to fix that because it's consistent. Number two, if it's not game breaking and it's not consistent, which means it will trigger randomly and not to say randomly. Usually when it comes to game dev, the reason why it trigger wrongly is because of the sequence of triggers. Yeah, so basically it has to go through a rewrite on certain aspects. Now, if it's a quick hot fix like some of the live dev that you have seen me done so far, okay, you know what? We should fix it. If it's a whole complete rewrite, which means I have to trash the script, rewrite from the beginning, and if the script is complex, which is right now mine is a little bit complex, that takes way too much time to fix, especially if it's not game breaking. So point in case, brawlers as well. Like brawlers has some animation position issue, but it's not game breaking. So that is the lowest priority as well. Like you don't need to really focus on that, especially when it's random, because it is worse. No, not it is worse. It is way more time wasting if you were to pursue this type of like anomalies. Yeah. If it's consistent, then I understand. If it's not consistent, then yeah, it's tough. It's gonna be tough. There is no, not say no reason, that there is, you're wasting time. Okay, unless you are a big company, then at least put in some effort and fix it, because you got a giant, you got a big bag. I don't have a bag. To make things worse, I don't have a bag. And to me, there is no, not say there's no incentive for me to pursue. It's literally, it is very time wasting for me to pursue things that is not game breaking. That's it. That's my only reason. And because it's not breaking, all right? It's not breaking. It's unfortunately it is consistent for one or two things. That part, unfortunately, I have to do a rewrite. Like I said, yeah, there are some things I have to rewrite because we have to scrap the idea. So one of the key thing is I need to scrap. Not say scrap. I need to revisit the combat side of things. Like this, yeah, this needs to change a little bit. Need to make sure they are facing each other rather than side by side. This is code issue. Code detection, position, and there are a few things. So the only way to fix this for me right now is to do a complete rewrite, like literally complete rewrite. And if I'm gonna do this, might as well just do it on a new game. And I'll revisit this game when we do the complete rewrite. Or I could just rewrite this portion and then use it as the base for most of the stuff. And we will do that next year. This year we don't want to focus too. No, next year. I promise next year. This year this end of the month we want to do more visual side of things, which means we don't want to touch code. In fact, I don't want to touch code this month entirely. I want to focus all the effort on just modeling stuff because we got a few things we want to model. And talking about models, it's time to showcase what I've done on the weekend. We're gonna start off with the new enemy. I'm just gonna drag and drop and put here because I'm lazy to switch to an empty scene. Okay, and that shows you that I know what I'm doing. Sort of. Okay, so this is gonna be the first, not say first, this is gonna be a small little update for, can I tell this? Yes. Oh, look at that. Now I got a lot of nicer details for this guy, which is great. All right, compared to my, where is my, hold on a sec. I need to bring the first iteration of my robot. And yeah, no, literally that was the first iteration. And I did say something was off, like, there are a few things I can do better, but I could not figure out what I want it to be. So it requires lots of time to, you can call it an artist block, right? And this part you cannot, not say you cannot rush. I would say in the lines of, yeah, you should not rush. You don't rush art. Okay. So as you can see, one of the key things that still remains, the arm cannon still remains, all right, because I think that is a good design to begin with. There's nothing much we should be changing. Shoulder pads I changed because it doesn't feel aligned with the new design. There are some details I kind of want to put in, like the bottom half, it feels, you know what, this is okay because right now we have some nice thruster design or shape, so now people can visualize, okay, you know what, this is separated from the body. And unfortunately, one small little thing that I don't like is this chest is a little bit too bare for, because initially it was okay, right? If we look at this guy separately, this guy was okay because we have a nice big shoulder pad over here, all right? So it really makes a big difference. But when I put it bare, like, you know what? Something is really missing, and that is details. We are missing some details on the character, and it goes back to the same problem, and not say same problem. I'm going to show you this. All right, so it boils down to this guy. This is version, I don't know whatever version, this is like 6th, 7th version already. But if I were to compare to, do I have any early? I don't think I have it. Dang it. You know what? I think I need to post this a little bit more on my Discord. I need to post some of the work in progress, sketches, doodles, like small little changes here and there. Because initially, this guy is not that, I won't say detailed. I'm gonna turn this aside so you can see it. Yeah. So this guy initially wasn't that detailed. And guess what? Okay, I'm gonna say this. I actually prefer the chibi version compared to the full scale version of the character. And yeah, a turn of event, because initially I was trying to make an action figure. Yeah, grab this guy, put here. So this is my first version, not say first version. This guy also went through a lot of design, and you can see there are few, not say similarities, there are few design that I still kept. Like, okay, the head I still keep, but apparently it feels more, I don't know, it feels more complete. No, it feels, what's that word? Dang it. It feels right. Right, it just feels right over here. The arms, as you can see, the arms are a little bit slender, nothing much over here. But when we go to a smaller chibi version, like, oh, this arm looks good, this looks good, looks nice. Hand-wise, all right, hand I still maintain because nothing else can do. Not to say nothing else to improve, but the hand that I have, it's already nice to begin with. And if we look at the legs, all right, legs, I prefer the main version. The main version is nice, all right, it's cool. So that's that. The body, body, I make it even simpler rather than complex, so that works. So there are a few things here and there, and this character went through a lot of design, lot of iteration, lot of I would call it small little changes here and there. And at the end of the day, I did not really feel this character that works, but this guy works. So I love it, right? So I think I'm gonna pursue more on this design, and unfortunately, this guy will be in the back burner of things. I'm just gonna let it chill on the side. When the time is right, I'll probably revisit. So for now, chibi it is, super deformed. And when it comes to the robot, same thing as well. I kind of like the bucket head thingy, but I end up doing a little bit more detail, right? Maybe over detail, maybe over complicated things as well. And guess what? This visor can go up and down. I made it in a way that it can go up and down. You're supposed to see the eyes. This visor is supposed to be transparent. Now, right now it's a bit too thick. It's hitting the nose, so I need to fix that. This thing is a bit simple, but this guy, I'm gonna say this, it feels right, but it feels not right at the same time. So maybe I need to implement a few things over here and port it over. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to try. Right, so this is another character that will be released at the end of the year as well. So I have two models to release. The boat, I don't think I have a lot of issue because I already had in mind, and I just need to execute it. The boat, oh, great. The boat might have some issue as well. There are one or two elements on the airship, I'm gonna call it. Oh, dang it. So you can't rush art. So it took quite a while. This guy took about 2 to 3 months, not modeling, 2 to 3 months of contemplating how to design on certain things. Like, yeah, so apparently the most successful part on the robot so far is that this kind of works. But do I want to continue to do this, or do I want to change to this? Because I like the head. This part I like, but the body, so maybe I need to do some mix and match in between, right? Yeah, I probably need to do some mix and match. That's the only explanation I can say right now. So this requires a little bit more doodling on the side. Yeah, it still needs time, and like I said, you can't rush. Some of this, it's the rushing part is not about the skill to make it. The yeah, because that part is easy once I know what when I'm satisfied with the design. It's the designing. The designing process takes way too much time, and especially this year, wow. Either I have high expectation on my own design, which is yes, I want to maintain some quality of it, and I want to be very satisfied when I push out a design. I want to say, okay, you know what, this is the best I can, not say best I can come up with. This is the best option that I managed to put out, and it fulfills my expectation. Not just requirement, it fulfills my expectation. And I think a lot of people take pride on their art because of this, because they put out their best possible work that they feel right. Not they, yeah, and that's it. Some of these ideas can sit for years, if not, I think I said it wrong. They can sit it for months, if not years. Yes, so that's that. Because this guy's original idea was 2022. 2023 I decided to design a little bit more, and then 24 kind of complete-ish, and then they got the chibi-fied version, and yeah, it doesn't feel good. It feels a lot, really a lot. The good part is I can actually use this. All right, so the nice part about this version, it is game ready. As you can see, it really fulfills all the requirement of a game character. I can use this and put anywhere that I can get animation on, which is sweet. All right, so that is great. And I will not abandon this guy, but for now we're gonna focus the deformed version for now. Whew. All right, so that's one small little talk. I can talk the design all day long, and we're going to talk about the collection soon. Not now, right? Today is mainly on the game and some of the things that I want to implement. And because this is a perfect time to introduce the hunter bots. You know what? I think, yeah, no. I'm gonna copy some of the things that I've learned over here, put it over here. Maybe change the shoulder pad just a little bit, give a little bit more stuff. Yeah, because the bucket head is definitely something that I like. Keep it simple. One of the key thing is keep it simple, because I think this is a little bit over designed in my opinion. A little bit. It really feels like it's a little bit over designed. But I like, I kind of like it. All right. All right. For now, I'm just gonna leave it be. Gonna sit on it. Gonna port over some details over here, and I definitely need to give not a shoulder pad. I definitely need to do something about the chest. It just feels not. It doesn't feel right. Maybe because once I added the chest, it feels right. I do hope so. I do hope so. One of the small little inspiration I got from this is two characters. One of it is from He-Man. It's literally called Hoverbot. And then another one is from Iron Giant. Yeah, you can see there are not say few similarities, but I want to design something like Iron Giant because of this guy. Ta-da! But there are some things I don't, not say I don't have the skills to pay the bills, but I don't want a blatant copy. Like if I were to create, I will leave this on another day. All right, my sense of design. I have lots of reference, and sometimes copying, putting a lot of reference in your. Can I use the word copies? It's not a copy, all right? It's not a copy. Yeah. No, it's not a copy. But what I would say is like a lot of these elements I get here and there, and sometimes it comes out actually quite decent, and sometimes it comes out okay, but it feels out of place. That's what I want to say. But one thing for sure, I like the shoulder. I like everything down here. Chest is a little bit bare. Head might be over designed. This guy, arms, yep. This middle portion, keep it simple, very nice. Bucket head, keep it simple, very nice. Chest, the chest is a little bit, yeah, it feels a little bit off. I could not put, it probably is the square. This square feels a little off. Maybe I need to, yeah. No, the square is a little off. So I'm gonna do a little change to this guy and see how it goes. So that will be on Thursday. Yep. Okay, that's the end of the stream. And before I go, I'm gonna show you one last thing. I didn't do just one thing, and guess what? It is a drop for Nemo. It is the season 2 winner drop, and this guy, I'm gonna let you guess. I'm not gonna tell you how long I do it because I so don't know how long I did it, but I'm gonna, you know what, if you can let me know how long does it take to make this, I want to know what is your impression. So we have a club. I am gonna call this an ogre club. One of the thing is because I'm reading a manga. It's called Dan, right? And one of the main character hosts an ogre club, literally same name. The only difference is the ogre club in the comic, in the manga is different in terms of application wise. This is just plain old club. The question is, do I want to use stone or do I want to use a mixed no, a club. This one has to be a stone. No, stone. One small design I also got inspired on is a little bit from Flintstone, but I didn't want to do like a typical caveman boulder, so I give a little bit more shape wise. And the second what you call this, reference point is from Black Myth Wukong. Okay, not just Black Myth Wukong the game, but predominantly Black Myth Wukong the game and the lore itself, right? The Monkey King lore. So there are a few things I like. Okay, you know what? I can draw a little bit inspiration here and there, put it in, and it feels all right. So this design feels right. All right, and one of the key thing that actually was in terms skill wise. Okay, I'm just gonna close with this. In terms of skill that took me some time to get it done is actually the wrappings. the wrappings took quite a while for me to get it like to a satisfactory level. In fact, I would say that the wrappings is still not perfect. It's not exactly what I want. That is a problem, but it was something that I can come up with during the modeling session, and I needed something. And it turns out, okay, you know what? I can roughly use this, but it is not perfect. It is, in fact, I would say this is not the best. I probably want to, you know what? I think I'll go through one more modeling session because I don't think I want this hard edge because it feels not nice to hold. So I want to make it more like a rope. The initial part, I want to do something like a bandage, you know, a flat surface, but sadly it didn't work out. So I need to switch it to a rope. So I need to make this more cylindrical, more rope-like. Yeah, other than that, I'm super happy. This came out much better in terms of expectation, and I think this is a clear example. I like this, right? Even though if I were to ship this, not say ship this, if I were to straight away make this to a item in game, I don't need to worry about the design anymore. This is like done and done. Whereas these two guys, this guy doesn't feel ready. This guy also doesn't feel ready. So painful, very, very painful for me. And that's how it goes, right? That's the whole entire designing thing. I'm gonna reserve this for another day. I'm gonna stop here, and I will say thank you for tuning, my friends. For those who are watching on Twitch and or Kick, I'm gonna need not say I need to do something. I'm gonna add on a new counter. So I want to add a Twitch and Kick counter somewhere, like a milestone, and let's see if we hit it. And if we hit it, I'll probably do something a little bit more, maybe a drop, celebration drop. Okay. So anyway, that's that for future. With that, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I will see you guys same time, same place, 9 p.m. PT time. Whew, it has been a journey. Wow. We'll talk more about that, okay? Things that I've learned so far. And of course, my expectation. I have... yeah, I'll leave that another day. Okay. All right. For those who are watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and have this channel grow. By this time this video goes up, I don't think I've reached 1,000 subscribers yet. So please subscribe if I earn your subscription. With that, see ya, my friends. I'll see you in the next episode and or stream. No, all right. I need to end this properly. I need to find a better way. I'm gonna write it down. Ugh, and see if it works. All right. See ya, my friends.